This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. How many of these stories do we have to see? How many of these stories have to come to light before the Republicans in this country wake up and start taking care of themselves? I'm not even asking for the heavy lift of taking care of their neighbors and their family and their loved ones. Just taking care of themselves seems to be an impossible task. I'm talking about this story from Slate. Anti-mask Florida GOP bookkeeper dies of COVID, leaving party without access to finance software. And it doesn't end there. The story also includes his death also opened up a firestorm of conspiracy theories from other local Republican Party officials. Because it wouldn't be a Tuesday if the GOP was not fomenting conspiracy surrounding COVID. After spending months railing against COVID-19 precautions and criticizing Dr. Anthony Fauci, a Republican Party official in Florida passed away this week, leaving his county-level GOP organization without access to critical financial accounts. Gregg Prentice, 61, served as accountant for Hillsborough County GOP and also chaired the organization's Committee for Election Integrity, because that's something we need. When there's no election fraud widespread in this country at all, and even the disparate cases we've seen have involved Trump voters. A software engineer by trade, Tampa Bay's local patch outlet reported that he built and maintained the local Republican Party's campaign finance software last year and was responsible for filing its monthly reports to the Federal Election Commission. A FEC filing from the surviving members of the organization claims that Prentice died without sharing login information for these accounts or any sort of instructions for how to use them. The letter also tells the regulatory agency it will likely need more time to complete a report on its August fundraising numbers and foreshadows trouble compiling the local party's financials for future months as well. As a political party committee, we file our FEC reports on a monthly basis. For several years, we have been submitting the reports electronically, and for over a year, we have done this with software developed by one of our members, Gregg Prentice. Gregg's software converted data from our QuickBooks accounting software to supply the information needed by the FEC. Unfortunately, Gregg passed away suddenly from COVID-19 on Saturday, September 11th, 2021. Gregg did not share. Again, Gregg did not share the software and instructions for its use with our officers. We will have to enter the August data manually, and according to the information we have received from our FEC analyst, Scott Bennett, we may likely have to re-enter the data from our first 7 months of 2021. We will be struggling to get all of this entered in proper format by our deadline on September 20th, but we will try to do so with our best effort. So that is their excuse. Listen, anytime somebody dies of this disease, it is a tragedy. They have family members who love them. They will never see them again, hug them again, kiss them again, eat with them again. That's a tragedy, to be sure. But how many of these is it going to take for Republicans to wake up and start taking care of one another, start getting vaccinated, stop making this a political thing? I fear the answer is never. They're never going to do that. And my fear comes out of the fact that even in this story, conspiracy theories abound surrounding the death of this guy. They can't just take the simplest answer that it was COVID, it killed him, it's terrible, he's one of over 660,000 Americans who have now died. They got to come up with some other weird manufactured bullshit surrounding it. In addition to his role compiling the Hillsborough County's GOP's financials, Prentice spent most of the past year fear-mongering about COVID-19 vaccines, mask mandates, and other pandemic safety measures. Like many other conservatives in public life, he took aim in particular at White House COVID-19 advisor Dr. Anthony Fauci, writing on Facebook that America needed to end Fauciism. He also argued that we need more socialist distancing than we do social distancing. How clever. What an amazing genius. Prentice's death has also opened up a firestorm of conspiracy theories from other local Republican Party officials, including one who called COVID-19 a medically engineered virus and suggested, without evidence, that his death was the result of wrongdoing on behalf of the hospital he was treated at. Jason Kimball, a fellow Hillsborough County GOP member and close friend of Prentice, even suggested that Tampa General Hospital was performing intubations illegally, Patch reported. Kimball, whose LinkedIn profile says he is a pharmacy technician at a local Walmart, that's great. Someone who works in a pharmacy is a conspiratorial idiot, called the procedure a high fatality protocol in comments to the Tampa City Council. Quote, ER and ICU doctors are criminals and murderers, Kimball wrote on Facebook. They intubate everyone and stick them on a ventilator for no reason, just out of precaution, as the doctor told me, without consent from the family. Tampa General Hospital is evil. So rather than just take your lumps, take one for the team, understanding that you failed, you got to make this about something else. Claiming that doctors and healthcare professionals who spend their lives dedicated to the proposition of healing and helping people, that they're intubating people for no reason, but also out of the precaution. Well, that is a reason. That's not the reason that they're doing it. They're doing it to save people's lives. But it just goes to show it's throwing as much shit against the wall and see how much can stick. When is this going to end with Republicans? Recalcitrant Republicans who refuse to do what it takes to stop the virus. The reason this thing is still around is because everybody didn't go out and get vaccinated. In the intervening months, last summer, last winter, when the surge peaked again, it was because of refusal to wear a mask, refusal to help their fellow Americans. There's a lot of talk about being patriotic, but there's no action on the part of Republicans. What do you think, though? I would love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. I'd love to see you connect with me on social media. I'm at Dollemore all the way across the board. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all the places. I would also ask that you consider supporting my work. You can click the join button, become a channel member here. $2 a month is all it takes. You can also go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Anyway, eventually we're going to get through this. It's going to take people like you, people like me to do the right thing, take care of everybody. Anyway, I'll see you next time. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.